I'm teaching you how to lead, how to survive. And to do that, you're going to have to fight.
Hello there, guys. Darth Christensen here. Welcome back to another video. And as you can see, I'm in a completely different setup because this is my hotel room of my hotel that's like a few blocks away from Disneyland. And since I'm currently on a California trip, so be sure to be on the lookout for any like Disneyland content once I actually stop living in the moment and I actually like to get some footage of parts that I've already seen, but this is the first time going Christmas time. But anyways, I had to do this. I had to do this real quick because I just saw that they just announced an Old Republic game called Fate of the Old Republic. And I just watched the trailer, so I just wanted to like sit down and give my thoughts on this and like show my thoughts on Disney actually like finally acknowledging the Old Republic era for a change, and why I think this could be pretty fucking cool if they actually like go through with it. So Fate of the Old Republic was this new like Star Wars game that was just announced at the Game Awards, and we all thought for a second that it was going to be like an update on the KOTOR remake. And by the way, I'm still kind of nervous about how the KOTOR remake will go, but they did say that it's still in development, and they're also going to be remaking KOTOR 2 with an improved ending. So that has me very excited because I really want to see like Revan's backstory, modern day graphics, and maybe they can improve the saber combat, and then like Darth Nihilus in modern day graphics would be fucking awesome too, because like he's one of the most terrifying Sith Lords of all time with the way that he can like drain people's souls and like consume their force energy. So like Disney's sitting on a massive gold mine with how much they can make and dive super deep into the Old Republic era, because there's so much lore going on there with like the Sith Lords of old, like Darth Revan, and then obviously who's one of my favorite characters of all time, who basically went he's exactly like Anakin, where he went from being a Jedi Knight to a Sith Lord, but then he found clarity in the Force and he redeemed himself. And then also there's the Darth Bane trilogy, which is insanely brutal for a Star Wars book. Like there's some actual like blood and gore in that shit. Yeah, there's lots of lore here that Disney can adapt with the Old Republic, and they literally have it on their timeline. So to see that they're actually finally doing it with an entirely new game, but like the fact that they're even like going back to the Old Republic era in general, and by the looks of it, it even looks like they're gonna start or making it as like a spiritual successor to KOTOR. I think this is gonna be really cool. So the trailer. So now on to the official trailer. So they didn't really show much, but the footage still looks really fucking cool. Like I'm really intrigued to see where this is going. So it's basically about this Jedi girl on her ship going to explore this planet, and she's with these other two like droid companions to like check out the wreckage of this old ship. And I kind of got major like alien vibes when they were like exploring and like the old wreckage of that ship in there. And then like you see the Jedi girl igniting her lightsaber before she comes across as this like control room. Maybe there's like some ancient Sith droid in there, but either way, it looks awesome. Like the footage as they always do with the cinematic trailers, it looks like super like movie quality almost. Like I've talked about it ad nauseum on this channel, and I think the Old Republic is the perfect way to explore her new era of Star Wars outside of the Skywalker saga, and I think that because Disney's actually finally capitalizing on that, and with this new like game studio, and everything, this could actually be a really fun game, and because it's going to be exactly like KOTOR, where you can like play as your own character, you can be like a Jedi, Mandalorian, or literally anything in that matter, but it's still he's super awesome. It's still going to be super awesome, and I think that this is the perfect opportunity to, usher in a new era of Star Wars once, like, the Mandoverse is over, or maybe you can do something like that. And maybe this could be, like, the stepping stone to maybe, like, Revan appearing in, like a movie or show, or Bane appearing in a movie and a show, which Bane already did appear in the Clone Wars, but we all know about, like, how Revan got cut from the Clone Wars, but yeah, that's super awesome. So basically, my thoughts on Fate of the Old Republic, I'm super excited for this game because based on what the title's going to say, I think it's probably going to be like at the very end of the Old Republic era, so maybe they'll like show how the Jedi in this certain type of era started to move away from the more like hardened warriors that they were shown in like the Old Republic era, and maybe how they started moving into more like peaceful times peaceful type of Jedi that they were during the High Republic. And by the way, I actually don't have a problem with the High Republic era. Yeah, sure, the Acolyte was dog shit, but the High Republic era sounds pretty interesting because it's like showing and what the Jedi were like at their supposed peak. Although I do believe that the Old Republic is where the Jedi were at their peak because of how like insane they were, or like they were wearing armor instead of robes, and they were like going ham against Sith. I mean, if you watch this one trailer when Satele Shan is kicking Darth Malgus' ass, that's an example of like just how insane and like just brutal warriors the Jedi were back during that time. And this trailer, Fate of the Old Republic, gave me that same exact vibe. So I'm super hopeful for this. I'm super hopeful for this game, and I really hope that it doesn't end up in the same situation that both the KOTOR remakes are in right now, where it takes them like years to get it off the ground. But considering that like the gaming industry is in a very slow state right now, but I really, really hope that Fate of the Old Republic makes it out alive, because this could be something new. This could be something insanely cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick news/update video showing my thoughts about the new Fate of the Old Republic game that was just announced. And as a huge Old Republic fan, as a huge fan and of like all the Sith lords of old, like Revan and Bane, this sounds fucking awesome, and I can't wait to actually play this if they are able to make it. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you always.